In NCIS Season 22, Episode 10, titled Baker's Man, Alden Parker and his team investigate a robbery-turned-murder at Kostaki's bakery, where Parker's favorite bakery becomes the center of a complicated case. The investigation uncovers a message left by Virgil, an employee at the bakery, revealing that he had been involved in something far more sinister than a robbery. As Parker and the team dig deeper, they discover that the bakery was involved in smuggling cocaine using meringue cookies. The plot thickens when it's revealed that Virgil's death is connected to a drug war, and a key suspect, Charles Barbieri, is later found murdered. Meanwhile, in a lighter subplot, Nick Torres' secret relationship with Jessica Knight's sister, Robin, is revealed to the team. The episode sets up a thrilling continuation of the season with its mix of personal drama and high-stakes crime investigation. NCIS Season 22 Episodes 10 Recap, 10 Biggest Moments and Reveals. NCIS Season 22, Episode 10 sees Alden Parker and his team tackle a bakery robbery-turned-murder. In the previous outing, the heat was out in the Navy Yard bullpen, and MCRT investigated the case of a leaked tell-all book that threatened a vital veterans bill. The episode teased exciting developments in NCIS Season 22, including Special Agent Nick Torres' secret girlfriend. NCIS Season 22, Episode 10, follows up on some of those developments from the mid-season finale while setting other enthralling stories into motion. Despite the flagship seeing some of its lowest ratings in recent years, the NCIS Season 22 cast is amid exciting developments that could lead to one of the show's most thrilling finales in recent years. Still, the mid-season return, Baker's Man, has a standard case for MCRT, with a few key exceptions. Parker's favorite Greek bakery is robbed at gunpoint. Elena Kostakis runs the Kostakis bakery. Parker is at his favorite bakery when the NCIS Season 22 mid-season premiere kicks off. His presence in the opening scene is concerning, indicating that he will somehow be involved in setting up the episode's crime. Parker makes it out of the Kostakis bakery unscathed after picking up a box of Greek goodies. However, Parker misses a significant detail about his encounter, which Timothy McGee discovers in the bullpen as pastries are taken from the bakery box. Back in the bullpen, McGee notices something written in black marker on the bottom of the pastry box. The Kostakis employee who served Parker at the bakery acted suspiciously, and McGee's findings uncover why. When McGee pushes the pastries aside, there's an urgent message from Virgil to Parker, now covered in powdered sugar. Virgil leaves Parker a help message, but he's dead when MCRT arrives. Parker can't save Virgil. McGee's findings show Virgil left an urgent message in Parker's bakery box, asking the patron to call 911. Parker can't believe that he missed the vital message, with the special agents rushing back to the Greek bakery to check up on Virgil. However, when they arrive, Parker and MCRT realize they are too late. MCRT finds Virgil unresponsive and face down in a giant container of baking batter. Parker seems to have a romantic connection with Elena, making the case's twists all the more fascinating. While the team is investigating Virgil's death, which initially looks like a robbery, Elena returns to her bakery. She is devastated to discover that Virgil is dead. Elena grieves her employee, but as Parker and his team investigate, the bakery owner's involvement in the investigation takes several twists and turns. Parker seems to have a romantic connection with Elena, making the case's twists all the more fascinating. Jimmy reveals Nick is dating Jess' sister Robin Knight. Jess knows her sister Robin is dating. In NCIS Season 22, Episode 10, the show finally reveals Nick's mysterious girlfriend, as he also clarifies why he kept the details a secret from his team. As it turns out, Nick is dating Jessica Knight's sister, Robin. He claims he hasn't brought it up to Jess yet because it isn't a big deal. The development first comes up as Jessica discusses that her sister is dating someone but won't tell her who it is. Jimmy is the first to confirm that Nick is Robin's mystery boyfriend. Having been informed by his coworker about the development, Nick tells Jimmy to keep the secret discreet, but Dr. Palmer can't keep his mouth shut. When Casey gives him peanut candies, Jimmy reveals to the forensic scientist that Nick is seeing Agent Knight's sister. Armed with the knowledge of Nick's girlfriend, Casey tells Nick she will spill the beans if he doesn't tell Jess that Robin is his secret girlfriend. Casey is one to stick up for her friends, so her threats about Nick's secret make sense. Casey discovers Elena Kostakis was using meringue cookies to smuggle cocaine. There's high amounts of coke in Elena's meringue. As MCRT investigates what happened at Elena's bakery, some details don't add up. While it initially looks like Virgil died in a robbery, the crime scene has missing pieces. The money from the cash register was stolen. However, Virgil's wallet remained intact. When Casey does some digging in the lab about what's in Elena Kostakis' baked goods, she uncovers a shocking detail about her meringue cookies, which are laced with cocaine. Casey has a theory Virgil learned to bake from Elena and uses her recipes to smuggle drugs. However, she proves that making a good Coke meringue requires a skilled touch. When looking at the delivery records for the bakery on the morning of Virgil's murder, the record shows that Elena made a trip to a man named Charles Barbieri during the time that her employee was killed. MCRT doesn't initially know whether Virgil or Elena was attracting all the criminal attention to the bakery, but the agents continue to investigate. Casey has a theory that Virgil learned to bake from Elena and used her recipes to smuggle drugs. However, she was proven wrong when she discovers that making a good Coke meringue requires a skilled touch. Virgil's killer Charles Barbieri is found murdered. Charles Barbieri's death is gang-related. NCIS pinpoints Charles Barbieri as a person of interest in Virgil's murder case. However, Elena claims that Charles is just another customer. Things get all the more complicated when Parker is called to the scene of another murder, and this time, Charles Barbieri is the victim. The latest mystery points to a more significant operation at play, confirming MCRT's suspicions that Virgil's murder is more than just a robbery that went bad. Parker connects the murders to Elena's bakery, finding a blue baking box at the crime scene. The scene of Charles Barbieri's death also has another victim, Paul Gomez, who has a history of conflict with Barbieri. The probation officer for Sutherland Prison, who calls Parker to the scene, confirms that Virgil and Charles's deaths are related to a drug war. He tells Parker that there's a new drug on the street, and everyone wants a cut. Parker connects the murders to Elena's bakery, finding a blue baking box at the crime scene.